Hi, my name is Morgan Stonebridge, and I'm going to tell you about my internship at NBC Sports Group. I was a marketing and promotions intern in the creative department. And to give a little background of NBC Sports, we are located in Stamford, Connecticut, and owned by NBC Universal. NBC Universal is one of the world's leading media and entertainment companies in the development, production, and marketing of entertainment, news, and information to a global audience. NBC Universal owns and operates a valuable portfolio of news and entertainment television networks, a premier motion picture company, significant television production operations, a leading television stations group, and a world-renowned theme park. NBC Universal is owned by Comcast Corporation. So NBC Sports Group, like I said, is located in Stamford, Connecticut, but this is fairly new. So we used to be in Philadelphia, and some people worked out of New York City. So NBC Sports and Olympics is known for amassing large audiences while presenting the most prestigious properties in sports, represents superior production, broad promotion, and mutually beneficial partnerships, all designed to elevate the sport. NBC Sports is now home to 7 of the top 9 most watched events in U.S. television history. As America's Olympic network, NBC has broadcast more Olympics than any other network and owns the rights to the Olympic Games through 2032. And a fun fact is some of the Olympians for 2032 haven't even been born yet. So the program was through NBC Universal's Campus to Career Internship program. So we started with an orientation, which consisted of an introduction to the company, icebreakers with the other interns, a guest speaker, and a tour of the facility. The introduction to the company discussed NBC Universal as a whole, and then NBC Sports Group and the role that we have. Kind of like how I discussed, but a little more in detail. The guest speaker was Rob Lando, who is the Senior Vice President of Human Resources. And then we had a few opportunities to get to know the other interns and introduce ourselves. And finally, we were given a tour of the facility and a background on the building. The building used to be Clarisol Factory, which is shampoo, and the way it's set up is very cool. It's like a sports venue. So there's numbers and letters for the different departments, and every room is named after a different place that we went for the Olympics. So we also had workshops and volunteering opportunities. Some of the workshops were informational interview workshop, professional essentials workshop, and resume, facelift, and interviewing workshop. And the volunteering opportunities were Kick It with Triathlon, which is for kids in crisis, and Camp Sunrise Day Camp, which is a camp for kids with cancer and their siblings. So some of the learning objectives that I wanted to obtain were to network and establish professional contacts in the entertainment industry by reaching out to employees in other fields of interest and setting up informational interviews, and utilizing the tips and advice I will learn via workshops and events held by NBC Universal by updating my resume, learning communication styles, time management, and business presentation skills. So I thought that these two learning objectives went well together because I achieved them together, because I worked on the workshops and events that were held by NBC Universal, such as the informational interview, and I learned how to reach out and set up informational interviews and conduct them myself, which I did with different people in the departments for promotions, for marketing, for production, and for recruiting. I also updated my resume via the resume, facelift, and interviewing workshop, and my resume was then sent to NBC again to hopefully intern in Rio, Brazil for the Olympics in 2016. So some of the projects I worked with Barclays Premier League, Rio, Wednesday Night Rivalry, NASCAR, and Sunday Night Football. So I will give you a little background on some of them, probably the most exciting ones. I love Barclays Premier League. That was one of the best opportunities, and I saw how the ideas of the creative department developed from the beginning when I first started my internship until the end, where I was able to go to production and watch them film the commercials and the topicals and anthems for Barclays Premier League for this season. and I was able to sit in and listen to some of the actors that they were using for the commercials, which was very cool. I'm also working with Rio Olympics and a social media marketing strategy project. So we're all broken up into teams to come up with a social media strategy for ages 12 to 36. And we are going to present them to the chief marketing officer, and he's going to pick a winner or the best ideas. And I also worked on NASCAR where I was able to actually share some of my ideas that went all the way to the chief marketing officer. It was one of my biggest accomplishments. It was really exciting. And I didn't know about NASCAR very well before, so it was something that I learned, and I had to learn about the Chase for the Sprint Cup, so now I know it very well. So for reflection, what I learned about myself is I'm a lot more capable than I thought. I've always set my goals very high, but now I kind of have the tangible evidence that I can achieve these goals. For example, when I spoke with my supervisor and asked him if I did anything so far that stood out positively, he immediately said, "Of course, you know what it is." And I wasn't sure, but he was talking about NASCAR, and my idea went all the way to the chief marketing officer. And that was something that no other intern had the ability to do. And it was very cool, even though it wasn't picked, not a big deal because I'm still working on the idea that was picked, talking to the directors to find the director to shoot the commercial that was chosen. But it was still something that was very cool that my ideas mattered and I was making a difference. And also, what I learned about the industry was NBC in particular is all about storytelling, even if it is just sports. But it's something that they always say it's all about storytelling. Lastly, what are my next steps? So what I wish I had done differently is just get to know my coworkers in the beginning better. We do know each other well now, and we got lunches together, but that was later on in the semester. I wish I took the initiative at the beginning to get to know them and spend more time with them because they are really cool people. And am I interested in pursuing a career in this field? 100% yes. Absolutely loved the internship. They placed me very well. It was in marketing and promotions in the creative department, which is spot on. I am a marketing major, but I need that creative aspect, and they gave that to me, and it was absolutely amazing. And I definitely want to pursue a career in this, hopefully with NBC Universal, even if it's not sports. But I applied for next year to work for as a runner in Rio Olympics, so hopefully I will get that. But overall, this was an absolutely incredible experience, and I'm so glad I had it. And I'm so happy I was able to share it with you. Thank you so much.